All right, hello. Welcome to the Life in Transitions Experts podcast. I'm your host, Courtney Rollins, CEO and founder of Estate Pro Service LLC, where we help folks and families navigate the probate process. We are helping folks who are going through big transitions in their life. I am a real estate wholesaler and investor, and one of the ways that I'm able to find properties and get them at a discount is by helping people who have challenges, who have issues, who want to trade speed, convenience, and someone who's hopefully able to resolve some challenging problems and trade that in for a discounted price. So the whole Zig Ziglar, you help people get what they want. You're able to hopefully get what you need and what you want. And one big question I have come across a lot is, are you an agent? Are you a realtor? And the answer to that is no. I'm not an agent. I'm not a realtor. And I get asked often, well, what's the difference between an agent and a real estate wholesaler? Now, I have today real estate agent versus a real estate wholesaler, but I must state and say that I don't really think it's a competition. In fact, they work very hand in hand. I have some amazing real estate agents that I work with, and we're on the same team when it comes to solving problems and making sure sellers and buyers are receiving the things that they need and they want. I've worked with agents when I'm buying property for myself as well. Agents have a great role to play in the real estate market. So do wholesalers. And so today, and hopefully, will educate you on or share some of my insight of what a wholesaler is, what an agent is, and some of those key differences. And again, these aren't all the differences, but here are three that I think for each agent and wholesaler that may shine some light on those key differences so that you may know and may be better informed. All right. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial advisor. All those disclaimers. I'm not giving advice. I'm just sharing my humble opinion, and we'll rock and roll with that. All right. So number one, let's look at the responsibilities of a real estate agent. They are licensed. They act as the intermediary. They have a fiduciary responsibility to the buyer or to the seller to assist them in buying or selling or renting out the property. All right. And so some of those three things that involves is one, listing and marketing the property. Agents are awesome at making sure that the property gets seen by many people. The multiple listing service, the MLS, is a great tried and true technique to get as many eyes and interested parties on the property, as far as staging the property to make sure it looks great for folks. You're trying to get top dollar. You can usually say, hey, let's go with a real estate agent, especially if you have the time, even if you also have perhaps some funds that you can put into the property so that you can fix it up and get it looking as best as you can so that it can sell for top dollar. Agents are great for that, listing and marketing the property. They're also great for client representation. Again, they have a fiduciary responsibility to represent the buyer or the seller, and they use their expertise to negotiate, to handle the paperwork. I mean, the real estate agents contract in most states can be 20 pages long, and there's a lot of material information in there, and they can help the clients along the way make a more informed decision. And the escrow process can sometimes be a little longer, so being able to have someone who can really hold folks' hand and walk them through the process is so important. Another great thing, the third thing, is the market knowledge. They should have up to date market knowledge on the trends, the conditions, what properties are selling for, how long properties are often selling on the staying on the market, what are some of the property values, what are the neighborhood dynamics. They should be able to know that. Awesome tools to have, right? Now, if we go over to a wholesaler, the responsibility of a wholesaler is slightly different. Wholesalers are often responsible for getting properties under contract in a different capacity. They don't have a fiduciary responsibility like the agent has. Of course, a wholesaler, I hope, would work with integrity. There are tons of great wholesalers out there. And just like in real estate agents, there may be some bad actors as real estate agents. There may be a small percentage of bad actors that act as wholesalers that can sometimes give the whole entire world of wholesaling a bad rap. But a wholesaler gets the property off market before it goes to the MLS, and quite often are working with a very smaller percentage of the population. I would say about 95% of folks who want to sell their property are probably more geared towards a real estate agent. The 5% that wants to trade that speed and convenience because perhaps they have a property that needs to sell now, perhaps it's dilapidated or distressed, perhaps something they just really didn't even know they had and they don't even want, or perhaps there is a tenant that's not paying. All tons of issues that could happen in that small 5%, which is still a very large number if you look at the whole scale of the nation, can work very well with a wholesaler because they'll be able to trade speed, convenience, a guaranteed sale. Quite often they're buying it, of course, as is, and they don't have to pay the you don't have to pay the real estate commission. So there's quite often ways that that is very beneficial to the seller. It's also very beneficial to buyers because quite often the end buyer is an investor. An investor has to make their money on the buy. So an investor is more usually geared towards making sure the property has is force value or managing the property or managing the flip, as if you will, not necessarily marketing to sellers, making calls all day or sending out mail or texting or all the other ways that you can market to folks who possibly are in distress. That's not necessarily the investor's job. The wholesaler comes in, is able to get it at a wholesale price and be able to share that deep discount with the investor. So they do serve a great purpose. And let's see the three things that a wholesaler does: finding those deals. So making those follow-up calls, working on your sales skills and communication, which is important throughout the real estate industry. But to be able to get a property on a discount, you have to be able to utilize consistent marketing and show value specific to that seller's issues, as well as being able to share those values to the end buyer. Two, negotiating contracts, very similar. Well, this time to being able to, yeah, being able to get the property. If I can't get the property at a discount and I can't make a profit off it and keep my doors open, and I can't trade that and share that discount with the buyer, then it's not really necessarily a deal. So many times I've referred folks to real estate agents especially when it sounds like, well, when it sounds like it's better suited. So negotiating contracts is a very important part of being a wholesaler, as well as being able to assign and flip the contract. You're flipping paper. You're not selling real estate. You're assigning your right to a contract, and any contract can be assigned as long as it doesn't say non-assignable. If it doesn't say non-assignable, then any contract can be assigned based on law. Now, I'm not an attorney, but based on most law. Oh, here we go. We got some folks here. All right. Someone's selling your house for $1. Okay, we got some random folks in here. All right. So let's see. If you are interested in learning more about the real estate journey, I love supporting help folks out. Feel free to scan the QR code. We signed up for a free conversation. Actually, I'm not selling any product at all, so it's all free. Iron sharpens iron. I love hearing about people's journey. Helps me clarify my own journey, and yeah, we would love to work with you. If you are someone in the probate space or in the world where you need support, definitely reach out. Again, I'm like the hub in the middle, and there are agents on the team, contractors on the team, financial advisors, estate professionals that can support and help you, and we will make sure that we get you where you need to go. And so, oh, there goes a call from looks like a seller right there. So let me check that out, and I will holler at you all a little bit later on. This is the Life in Transitions Experts podcast. Let your light shine. Cheers.